From the heart of Texas and downtown Austin, going southbound on Interstate 35 to San Antonio, and everywhere in between, Storm starts right now.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford with Storm. We are going to give you the latest here with your forecast and everything, which will actually start right now. Hey, everybody, good afternoon. As mentioned, we hope your guys' day is going pretty well so far. It is about 2 p.m. as of getting this live stream underway, as most will be watching the video, or this will become a video, as most people will tune into later. But anyways, if anyone's watching live right now, good afternoon. All right, so today's weather. We've had a hurricane that made landfall today as a Category 3 out in Mexico today. About hot temperatures already this afternoon for portions of Texas and parts of the Southwest, and some severe weather happening right now across portions of the Carolinas and off towards the East Coast. Now, let's talk about your local forecast. That's your national update. But in the local terms of things right now, live look at radar is showing a few isolated showers out there across south central Texas, a few showers in Gonzales County, Fayette County, Lee, and Bastrop counties right now. Severe weather is not anticipated for this afternoon, but the risk for some storms is there today. Let's go ahead and get into your full forecast now as we go ahead and take a look at your almanac so far. Again, these are not preliminary or temperature highs for today. It's still the middle of the afternoon, just about. So obviously, the high temperature for today won't exactly be like this, but we'll talk more about that in just a second. All right, live look in downtown Austin. The clouds are frozen. That means the camera's frozen, but it is cumulus clouds out there right now in the capital city. Nice shot at the skyline right now. So again, beautiful afternoon underway right now. It's hot though. Temperatures at 93. That's where we're at right now. Again, that's not the high record yet. That's the high record right now, but I expect us to reach to 95 this afternoon. So right now we're at 93, but 95 here soon. This morning though, we woke up at 78 degrees, which is actually above our average low, and our normal high temperature is 94. I expect us to be right around 95 this afternoon. So we need to warm up about 2 more degrees. Back in 1901, we had a high of 105, and back in 1912, we were at 57 degrees. Here's another live look that looks like the camera's frozen. This is in Marble Falls, where we're actually broadcasting from this afternoon, just south of there. Cumulus clouds as well. Great shot at Lake Marble Falls or the Colorado River. Again, conditions out there looking pretty good, but if you go outside, you may look outside the window or look out there, you may be thinking, hey, it's nice. But once you go outside, it doesn't feel super nice outside, does it? So right now in the capital city, it's 93. It feels like 102. We got a dew point of 71. That's why it's so gross out there, and the humidity is up at 51%. So it's kind of bone dry, but the dew point, when we have dew points in the 70s, that gives us, it feels like temperature. Also, the humidity is at 51%, so there is some humidity out and about outside. So it just does not feel good or nice out there right now. All right, so last year, we're going to talk about triple digits. Yes, we have already experienced triple digits this year, which we actually saw back in May, just last month, and we only got 2 triple digits. Last year, we got only 32. I got a feeling we're going to start to see some more triple digits come back to our counter, or we'll start to add more on our triple digit counter here, probably starting in the next few weeks. So now, if you think it's hot, just wait a few more weeks from now. I think things will get really hot soon. But overall, 2 days so far where it's been super hot. Live radar shows some showers out there as we take a look at the last 30 minutes of a radar loop there. A few little isolated showers near Gonzales County, but that's about it. It's so hot, the storms just fizzle away so quickly. All right, so the water vapor satellite. We have high pressure underway in southwest Texas. That's where we have weather alerts for heat advisories. We also have a low pressure system off towards, some people say that's called the California Bay. I believe that's what it's called out there, California Bay, Mexico. That's where we actually have a low pressure system, which is a hurricane. That was a Cat 3 hurricane that made landfall earlier this morning. And so that's why you see that giant L right there. All right, let's go in time. This is Friday's outlook here. So the high pressure will shift more to the northeast. I don't think this is right. The particular model I was looking at last showed high pressure will happen and come towards East Texas, but I think we could actually have some storms in our forecast on Friday for some of us. So we're gonna skip Friday's outlook. Should just ignore that. But as we approach Saturday, regional high pressure definitely is well off towards our northeast, but as the high pressure becomes more to the northeast, the regional high pressure gets stronger, it gets bigger, and the temperatures start to go higher. So that's not going to be a situation just for Texas as that regional high pressure shifts all the way to the northeast. It's going to be a big situation for the New England areas, the East Coast, where temperatures will well be into the 90s or even 80s for days to come. And the ridge of high pressure, it's going to be so strong, we'll still see some temperature impacts on that. But as the ridge of high pressure is on top of our area, bringing us very small precipitation chances, well, instead of saying no rain chances, we're going to introduce the potential for some moisture that will tap in from the Gulf that will come more our way starting parts of next week. So, the alert map now shows a heat advisory in effect for portions of El Paso, heat alerts in New Orleans, some severe weather looks like in Arkansas, and some severe weather in North Carolina and Virginia right now, and then tons of heat alerts out towards the Four Corners region and Nevada. So that's what's happening in the big picture. All right, back to local weather now. Your storm outlook for today. Where you see that light green, and it's over Austin. That is the updated version. This is in the last 30-minute loop, so that's why it's blinking like that. But we've been added, more of our viewing areas have been added to a low-end general storm risk. That means a few isolated showers or a thunderstorm could be possible. Now for tomorrow, they're outlooking majority of our viewing area could see an isolated shower. By the way, this does not mean that your specific location will see that shower potential. It's just saying that general area has that chance. But you could be that potential lucky one and may see that shower or storm. If so, it could do a nice downpour. It could give you a good tenth of an inch, maybe a quarter of an inch, but that is about it. On Saturday, it shows that the potential for widespread precipitation could be possible for the entire viewing area. So for Friday and Saturday, I have this at a 20% rain chance for South Central Texas. And that's what you can see here on our rain chance graphic here for the next 4 days. But as we approach Sunday and Monday, our hopes for rain chances are bone dry because a ridge of high pressure moves right on top of Central Texas, and so does our temperatures start to rise up. So the next 24 hours, tonight just a few clouds, 76 degrees. Tomorrow 95 degrees, still going to be hot and breezy for our tomorrow. But one thing I want you to pay attention to is look at the clouds. Clouds will actually, let me re-say that. Clouds will only increase, I should say, throughout the night tonight going into parts of tomorrow. So now if we go ahead and take a look, if this wants to work there. It's taking a second to load for some reason. This takes 400 years to load. On your right side of your screen, that is a live look at Bee Cave right now in Travis County. Then on your bottom right of your screen, that is a live look in Liberty Hill. All right, there we go. Here's your planner forecast for our Friday tomorrow. Waking up to the mid-80s at 10 a.m. Temperatures really warm up into the lower 90s tomorrow. But yes, a mixture of clouds and sun will be in result for our forecast tomorrow. So now, if we go ahead and take a look at your allergies, grasses, weeds, and trees are low, but mold with some alternaria is in the high count. If you have any plans this weekend in the capital city, high temperatures up to 95 on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, both days pair of 94s, and our rain chances start to dissipate after Saturday. Now, if we go and take a look at that storm 7-day forecast, you can see that the weather next 7 is just holding steady into the 90s. Not the kind of weather that we want, really. I like the 70s, but obviously we're not going to see any 70s in our forecast anytime soon, except for the mornings and overnights. But yeah, 90s is going to be the moral of the story next several days. A mixture of sun and clouds, but you may notice Sunday and Monday have no rain chances. That is because of the ridge of high pressure that will move right on top of central Texas. So that's your forecast from what I have right now. What I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to repeat your forecast. If you guys just missed my forecast I just did, I will do it all over again. So, and also one thing, if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything like that, feel free to comment down on the live stream right now in the chat. But if you're watching this as a video on the live stream suggestions on YouTube, feel free to comment down below if you have any questions about the weather in the next several days or have any other questions in general. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do a reset of your forecast. Give me about 1 minute, and then we'll do your full forecast once again. Alright, so welcome back everybody. I am David, and we're going to go ahead and get to your forecast right now. Let's take a live look at the radar, where we're seeing some isolated showers out there across portions of Guadalupe, Gonzales, Fayette, Bastrop, and Lee counties right now. Nothing strong or severe with this activity, but it's very isolated in nature. We do have live on tropics in the chat there, so hello there, good afternoon, and if anybody else has anything you want to add, feel free to do so. We'll take a look at that after I finish this second check and final check of your weather today. All right, so that's what's happening on radar. I need to go ahead and do a split screen real quick. Why is this taking forever to load? There we go. All right, sorry about that. I had to do a behind the scenes check on my other monitor. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so let's take a look at your forecast. Today's almanac we'll take a look at in just a second. But one thing I want you to notice, look at Austin, Texas. The skyline, very amazing, very beautiful. But look at the distance. We got some cumulus clouds out in the sky right now. There is some of these cumulus clouds are actually being able to break through the cap we have in the atmosphere right now, and they're kind of struggling because they're little showers, but they're not becoming thunderstorms, so they're not really maturing enough in our environment. Our environment is humid, it's hot, it's bone dry. It's just not a really good environment for storms to develop. So that's why it's a quick little shower, not really a thunderstorm. But overall, cumulus clouds underway across the capital city. All right, so far today in Austin, Texas, as of 1:30 this afternoon, we were up to 93 degrees today. I'm sure we're at 94 probably right now. The low temperature this morning, 78. Compare that to 1912, where it was 57 degrees in the morning. That would have felt nice. Probably it was a strong cold front back then. And look at that, in 1901 it was 105 degrees. Glad we're not that hot, but trust me, I think we'll get there soon. Overall, our normal temperatures is 94, just a degree shy from where we're at 1:30 this afternoon. I'm sure we're probably at 94 right now, or 95 as mentioned. And then this morning, our normal temperature is 74. Well, we were just a few degrees above that. Here's a look at Marble Falls, Texas, where there's some cumulus clouds out there. They're very thin in nature. You notice the difference from west of I-35. The cumulus clouds are more thin. Across the metro and areas east of I-35, they're actually more cumulus clouds. And the reason for that is because east of I-35, much more moisture and much more opportunities for streamer showers to work through. And the west of I-35, there is moisture, but it's not extremely high like areas east of I-35 are experiencing. So as of 1:30 this afternoon, temperatures were up to 93 degrees in the capital city with a feels like temperature of 102. Goodness. and then the humidity and dew point are playing a big role into this. Triple digit counter, triple digits this year. We've seen 2 so far, and those triple digits occurred in the month of May, in the middle of the month, which did not feel good, obviously, at all. It was also very humid. And in last year of 2024, we saw over 32 days of triple digit heat. On the active radar, not experiencing a whole lot for the time being. As of now, on our water vapor satellite, there are some clouds out there across the viewing area. But the moral of the story in the next couple days will be tiny shower risk, and then temperatures are steady going through next week as well. But look at that low pressure system all the way near the California Bay or Mexico. That is a hurricane, or was a hurricane. Category 3 hurricanes, what it was this morning, did some impacts to good portions of Mexico. Let's jump forward to Friday, your Friday tomorrow. Ridge of high pressure scoots to the east, northeast, still bringing the risk for a few isolated showers because the ridge of high pressure is not super strong. That's why we're not seeing crazy triple digit heat just yet. So ridge of high pressure is still there, but it's not super weak. I mean, it's kind of weak. That's why we're still seeing the shower risk for tomorrow. But on Saturday, the ridge of high pressure slides further to the north, or really, to our north, and that will actually give us a better, decent shot for some isolated showers. But as we approach this weekend, the ridge of high pressure scoots even further away from us, but as it continues to push more to the northeast, it's tapping into more moisture. And when it's doing that, that's actually making the ridge of high pressure much stronger, and temperatures area-wide start to go up, and the chances of precipitation dwindle. The alert map right now showing you heat advisories in West Texas, where the ridge of high pressure is currently sitting at right now. Ridge of high pressure in New Orleans, heat alerts north of Phoenix, Arizona, and severe weather in Arkansas, and flooding concerns in Mississippi, and more severe weather in the Carolinas and Virginia. Storm outlook has a general storm risk, including downtown Austin, all the way towards San Antonio, to Gonzales, LaGrange, Giddings. There is that risk for an isolated shower storm today, like what we have been experiencing for some of us already this afternoon. As we approach to your tomorrow, the general storm risk is still there. Today's rain chance, 10%. Tomorrow, 20%. How about Saturday? 20%. Actually, the Storm Prediction Center says potentially the entire viewing area could have an isolated shower or thunderstorm risk. Next few days, Friday and Saturday, 20%. Sunday and Monday, it's 0% because of ridge of high pressure that moves right on top of us. Next 24 hours calls for 76 degrees overnight tonight. Just a few clouds out in the sky, but as we get into tomorrow morning, clouds increase by the afternoon. A mixture of clouds and sun. Still hot, plenty breezy. Wind south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And a result, mid-90s. Heat indexes in the triple digits. Your Friday forecast, mid-80s, 10 to 11 a.m. Temperatures really spike up to the low to mid-90s from 12 to 4 p.m. And the risk there for a mixture of clouds and sun still to be in the results. Your algae index calls for trees, grasses, and weeds in the low count. Mold is high for your algae count today. If you have any plans this weekend, headed to the capital city, headed to San Antonio, weather looks great. Temperatures in the mid-90s, mixture of clouds and sun, but we are monitoring that isolated shower storm risk both Friday and Saturday, so make sure you have a way to get rain alert notifications. If you don't, get a radar. Radars are free. I suggest WeatherWise. It's a very good radar app to use. So y'all can check that out if you want to get a good radar site. Or you can use your regular weather app radar that they have for you. All right, your forecast, the next 7. It shows you 95 Friday, 94 Saturday with those storm risk chances. Sunday and Monday, bone dry. You can tell. Ridge high pressure occurs because temperatures spike up 1 degree from Saturday compared to Sunday and Monday. And mixture of clouds and sun. Ridge high pressure eliminates the cloud cover a lot. So that's why, well, mostly sunny conditions on Monday. But ridge high pressure slides all the way towards the East Coast Tuesday through next week, most of next week, and will actually bring in the risk for 10% rain chances, streamer shower activity, sea breeze storms potentially, and a mixture of clouds and sun will occur after Monday. Not saying clouds will happen Monday. We should see less of them because of the ridge of pressure that will be baking right on top of central Texas. All right, let's get a final check of radar. Still noticing some isolated showers out there this afternoon. Let's get a clear view on our local Doppler scan and see what this is showing. It's actually showing nothing, so we may actually... Oh, wait, there's a little yellow popping up. So a little storm attempting to develop right now just to the northwest of Flatonia. So an area that we'll watch. So again, Austin points southeast. So from Austin, San Antonio points east and southeast. That storm risk will still be in effect for today. All right, so that is what I have for right now. I appreciate everybody tuning in for this update today. We'll have another update on your Friday tomorrow. Again, we're starting this new thing where I do these daily forecast video or live stream updates, but potentially this could be a video if you're watching. Who knows from now. So anyways, thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford with Storm. This was a Storm Austin San Antonio weather update on the June 19th, Thursday, Juneteenth, on this 2025. We'll talk later. Thank you all for tuning in.
Weather in Central Texas can be unexpected a lot of times. Stick with Storm for your trusted local weather updates so you can get your daily forecast updates and storm weather coverage from a trusted team you can trust. Stay ahead of the storm with Storm Austin. Storm Austin, Austin's trusted local weather source.
From knowing if the right weather conditions could cause an impact or not. Check out Storm Plus now streaming live on Stream Endlessly. Exclusively watch minute-by-minute updates.
Hey guys, Chief Forecaster David. Thank you for tuning in to an extended update on everything here. Yesterday we were talking about some new updates with Stream Endlessly. You guys heard me talk about it 100 times. Well, I actually have the live stream feed of Stream Endlessly finally. I am not going to be showing you what we're actually airing right now due to copyright reasons, because I don't have it like fully available where we can show it on YouTube yet. So we're not going to show it on stream today, but if you check us out on the website, you can actually check out the feed yourself. But here's what it looks like. This is just the normal feed. There's obviously a video or some show that's playing in the background. We have the bottom bar there 24/7, so if we want updates on the temperatures for the highs and lows today and the time and our logos there. We also have the radar, which I can have on or off. And if it's like a weather day, I can have it. If I have to like interrupt programming or something, we can have like the live shows right there, and then the radar's there or something, or my camera could be there too. So one of the two will happen. So, anyways, that's just a little behind the scenes on how our stream endlessly thing works. But again, I'm not showing any of the live programming right now because it'd be copyright. It's only available for our stream endlessly subscribers. I don't know how they do it. Again, I don't own Stream Endlessly. We're just a partner with them. So yeah, that's how things work. But anyways, we also have this is what I mentioned. We have a very same UI to it. So if you're noticing the bottom bar and the radar, it's exactly the same. The music and everything, graphics, exactly the same. We even do like live weathercasts on there. KATX is a news network that we're partnered with, I guess you could say. That's their network, but Storm actually it's kind of associated with it, so they're connected. It's Storm Plus and KATX Plus connected together, so it's news, weather, traffic, and sports, but mostly weather, but it's also live shows. So anyways, just to break that down on what exactly Storm Plus and Stream Endlessly is. And actually, we have a feed here that I could show y'all. Let's see if I can get it pulled up. So we do these things called what to watch on Storm Plus, and you can see we have a whole schedule and everything. But anyways, I don't have this is not updated. I have no clue what's on tonight. But yeah. Alright, anyways, if you guys have any questions, comments, stuff like that, always feel free to comment down below under the stream there. Of course, get connected with me on any of our social platforms, being on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Discord, Snapchat, Threads. There's a lot of other. I have every single social media service in the book. I even have LinkedIn too. I have so many social platforms, but if you pop up my name anywhere, you'll probably find me. Gotta be honest. You guys can find me anywhere. So yeah. If you don't have that, if you don't have any of the social platforms, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to probably comment under the live stream here. Alright, now we'll go ahead and end it off. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Again, we're starting this new things where we do forecast updates every single day. So, alright, I'll talk to you later.